Alright, so what are some political ideas I have that some people might consider crazy, because I guess, a far leftist and spooky and all that kind of stuff. So I've decided to compile a list, and I know right away that many people disagree with many of these ideas. So I'm not claiming each and every one will be popular. And in fact, running down the list, there are some that I would actually emphasize and support more than others. And keep in mind, just because they'd call these ideas crazy doesn't mean I think they are, necessarily, okay? In fact, quite often the term moderate simply means corporate. That being said, I'm also not saying these ideas have no possible flaws, especially when I know that people can take even great ideas and make them look like the worst ideas in the world. So, in addition to some obvious stuff like ending the drug war and stuff like that, universal health care, here's some of the supposedly crazier ideas that I tentatively have in no particular order. Idea number one: if we can't quickly get corporate money out of politics, then politicians should have to wear the corporate logos of any corporate sponsors they have, like a NASCAR driver does. Idea 2: abolish the Electoral College. Assuming we can't simply abolish politicians in general and replace them with mere delegates who could be instantly recalled through direct democracy. Idea 3: abolish direct descendant political dynasties. If you are a congressman, a senator, or a president, then your spouse and any of your children should be barred from these offices for life. This assumes, of course, that all of these political positions still exist and couldn't be replaced by some form of direct democracy with its own limited power. Idea number 4: if we are to have them, politicians should only be able to earn the minimum wage in the country they rule over, and have all other sources of income cut off and split between funding their competitors' campaigns and going to programs chosen by the taxpayers. Split the two between, or split the money between those two possible interests. So if politicians are running unopposed, any of the extra money they have earned should go directly to programs chosen by the taxpayers, basically, too. So I know that idea could be unpopular, and it's even kind of messy to explain it, but goddamn if it doesn't sound right to me at this point in my life. So here's idea number 5, I should say. A president, again, if people are still deciding to have one, they should not be able to pardon anybody, lest they use this power to highly corrupt purposes. Maybe we can allow them to propose a pardon to some independent review board, which will have the pardoning powers, but even that could be too corrupt. Idea 6. A president should not be above the law. Controversial, I know, but there it is. They should be susceptible to the exact legal standards and expectations everyone else faces, including the very poorest people in society who cannot afford a high-priced lawyer. To assure they are not above knowing the pangs of legal consequences, every president, no matter how innocent they are, should have to spend 1 year in prison before they take their office, so they know what the criminal justice system is like. Now, that's probably the craziest idea on this list, but I like it anyway. I like it. I gotta admit. You can call me cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on this one, but it sounds right, Just like for a lot of people, going to war sounds right, or, the drug war sounds right, or who knows what. This is like the crazy thing that sounds good to me. Other people can have the death penalty or all kinds of crazy shit, but this will be one of the crazy things that I can have. Alright, so here's idea number 7. Encourage businesses to become worker-owned cooperatives and prioritize and incentivize supporting them over private companies. Now, that's probably one of the least craziest ideas on this list, but some people will still dismiss it as a far left kind of thing. Whatever. People are morons. So, okay, here's idea number 8. Another crazy one. You have to be pretty much in a straitjacket to share this belief of mine. Anyway, slash the Pentagon budget to at about 3/4 of its current size or smaller, and use much of the remaining budget to pay reparations to all the countries that the U.S. has waged war against over the years. Again, you'd have to be nuts to believe that, right? But there it is. It sounds good to me. Alright, so idea number 9. Every politician who votes or even speaks in favor of launching a war should need to participate in that war, should it occur, regardless of age or health status, for its full duration. So, obviously that's nuts. We could not have that policy. It's just too far gone, right? But I like the way it sounds. It's crazy enough to work in my book, The cuckoo clock is just, it's sounding at a high intensity rate. But I'll be damned if I don't like that idea. Okay, crazy idea number 10. Everyone elected to public office should be able to pass the same citizenship tests we give out to immigrants. Plus, they should be tested for mental competence. So there you go. That is another absolutely batshit insane idea. I know, you could ship me off to the mental hospital after expressing a lot of these ideas. Have a therapist. Have a whole panel of experts to assess what went wrong in my upbringing and in my education, and what kind of crazy experiences I had that shaped such a deranged lunatic perception as to even consider these ideas, right? But anyway, there they are. Take them or leave them. I'll see you in some mental hospital in the future, maybe. If you agree with any of these ideas, you will surely be carted away as well. Anyway, hope you enjoyed some of these ideas. And if you downvote them, you suck. You're lame. People downvote videos anyway, even if they're like the best frickin' videos of all time. But, I'm just telling you that if you downvote this video, you're a frickin' idiot. Alright, so there we go.